Hello there, and welcome to Leader Actions in Less Than 5, where we provide practical tips for leaders to make their teams and organizations better while we students of leadership continue to grow and improve ourselves. My name is Michael Lunt with Lunt Consulting, and here we go. So, the situation that we're talking about today is when you're a supervisor, you're not at the bottom, you're not at the top, and something has happened that has caused a boss above you to be upset with one of your employees. So, you're kind of stuck in the middle. This situation gets at the dual responsibilities that all formal leaders have. Number one, mission accomplishment. Our primary job as a leader is to accomplish the mission of our organization. Our number two responsibility is to take care of the people entrusted to us. Oftentimes, these responsibilities work in great harmony, but sometimes, like in today's scenario, they are in conflict. A pitfall to avoid as a supervisor is this handicap of righteousness, where we perceive that there's been a wrong done by someone further up the food chain than us against our people. Sometimes we're quick to search for a very large sword of justice and stand up for our employee at all costs. And folks, there is absolutely a time and a place for that, 100%. What I'm cautioning against is doing that too quickly and convincing yourself that there are no other options, because the majority of the time there absolutely are. I'd like you to put 3 leader actions in your toolkit for situations like this. The first is to shift your perspective. Why is it that your boss feels the way that he or she does? Is it because they've got a broader perspective where they're thinking about how your employees' actions have affected another department or another division within the organization, how it may have affected the entire reputation of the organization, or if there are patterns or history with that employee that you might not even be aware of? Whatever the case may be, do you truly understand how your boss feels and why she or he feels that way? Why is really trying to put yourself in your boss's head and heart beneficial? First, it better prepares you, if you have any interest of continuing to grow in the organization, to think in the way that your supervisor thinks. Second, the better that you truly understand multiple perspectives, the better you can do your job of serving both your boss and your people. The second leader action with your fully developed perspective is to lead up and or down as necessary. People can only act with what they know, and if there's something that you don't think your boss has considered, or there's an impact that your boss's action has had that you don't think she or he is aware of, you have a responsibility to find a respectful way to lead up and share it. Similarly, you may need to help your employee understand a broader perspective that she or he hasn't considered, and help them see that they're a cog, albeit an important one, in a much larger wheel. Maybe your newfound perspective has caused you to change your mind altogether, and that's okay, because that's precisely why, as leaders, we strive to always stay open-minded and forever learning. How do you have these conversations? In either direction, a great approach is to start with ensuring that you have the right understanding. Something like, hey, about this thing, am I tracking that you feel X way, or you determined Y? If your understanding is confirmed, then you can proceed on with, were you aware of Z? Or maybe, I recently learned Z and wanted to get your thoughts or wanted to get your feedback. These are non-confrontational statements that help everyone focus on the actual interaction. Understand that ultimately the third leader action is what's most important. You have to find a win-win solution if it's at all possible. So in other words, what can you do to protect your employee while also still contributing to the mission of the organization? Maybe the situation presents an opportunity to improve training or write a better policy or procedure. Maybe assumptions were made that led to judgments about motivations for taking certain action that you've now been able to debunk. Maybe your employee screwed up and truly needs some corrective action, and your boss exhibited some less than ideal leader behavior that had a negative impact that she or he might not be aware of. You can, at the same time, hold both your employee accountable and stand up for them, all the while creating that win-win solution. To you, the leaders and the students of leadership like me, thank you for what you do in service to those in your charge. It's tough but awesome work. If you found any value from this, please share it with others. I'd certainly appreciate it, and I think they will appreciate it also, as we all continue to learn about the art and science of leadership. If there's ever anything that I can do to help, please don't hesitate to reach out. All my contact information is at luntconsulting.com. Take care.